Who are shares executed? And how does it become an owner of a part of the company? The investor transfers funds to 𝐒𝐤𝐲 community by signing a convertible loan agreement via a personal account. A convertible loan agreement is an agreement under which the investor provides a monetary loan secured by the 𝐒𝐤𝐲 shares. When signing a convertible loan agreement, the investor can also sign a requirement under which the own company shares right away and become a co-owner of the 𝐒𝐤𝐲 technologies. If the requirement is not signed, they prove their funds and loan and get back with a period of 3 years with a return of 4%. This is how convertible loans agreements work. The investor should have a choice. The loan is secured by shares reserved for investors. Until the loan is repaid, the investor can sign the requirement of any time of option ownership of the shares. After signing the agreement, if the investor signs the requirements, they are detailed and transferred to the 𝐒𝐤𝐲 fund to execute the shares. Which document proving shares ownerships does the investors get? After making the investment and signing the agreement, the investors' information is entered in a special register. The registration contains their personal data, the documents, execution date, the own shares interval, the number of shares, certificate numbers, and the numbers of the shares. A design with Anatoly Unitsky personal sign that confirms that the share document is valid. Then the investor can use their personal account to receive the certificate of the ownership, which contains the investor's data and general information about the purchased shares, and as well as exact from the registration, which is dictated in the information about purchased shares that is used for legal purposes. For example, for inheritors. Let's take a look if the shares can be indeed by inheritors. Yeah, just like a regular property, the shares you purchase can be pasted in an inheritor, but during your life and after the death. You simply need to contact the notary for that. The personal account also contains a detailed instruction of how to correctly document this. It is possible to register shares in manners. Yes, you can purchase special students and baby shares package in your personal account. They will indicate that the ownership of the shares shall be passed at the person specified during the purchase when they reach the age of the majority. The package can be paid by the minus parents or by another relative. They should be both passed the verification procedure in the personal account. The citizens which countries cannot invest in the project. As November 22, 2021, the countries and regions that prohibit investment of Cuba, Iran, North Korea, Sudan, Syria, USA, Australia, Japan, Canada. This means that these people living in these countries cannot register in 𝐒𝐤𝐲 community. And if they are do register, they unfortunately cannot invest in the project. According investors from the USA are exemptions to this. What do investments to go toward? The investors' funds are transferred to the GTI and the toward technology development, namely the development of the ecotechnopark, which is a center for the testing, demonstration, and certification of the transport and infrastructure systems. There are currently 5 tracks for 11 modes of transport constructed in the Ecotechnopark. The funds also go toward the expansions of the company's productions that currently employs more than 700 specialists, and towards the promotion and development of international commercial projects. Conclusion, why should one invest? You can currently gain ownership of a share of the Lord's 21st century target transportation corporation with project of receiving dividends in the amount of 20% of the company revenue of specified in the offering memorandum. At this stage, one can regard shares at the undervalued asset of the price of which one exchange, whether traditional of crypto, can be potential increase by many times once the market from the options on this global business. Stocks that are listed and freely traded on the exchange have a state price and no prospects of tenfold grow in the near future of the 𝐒𝐤𝐲 shares, have all chances to grow in the pricing during the entire period of the activities, constructions, implementations of the string transport technology. This is a natural economic process supported by the historic facts and the explain of many companies that become relevant in the modern world. Just took where Google, Apple, Amazon started. All them were mere no startup at some points. Now everyone knows there are companies, and the early shareholders are mostly wealthy people. If you truly consider the prospects and the answers to whether you shall become a co-owner for this technology, because obvious.